Day 1, setting up marking menus. So first, I'm going to go through this and then we'll all go through this together. We're going to go to Windows, Settings, Preferences. We're going to go to something called the Marking Menu Editor. Click on that. And you'll notice some things in here already. And I actually have some things in here I'm going to delete. Good. The first thing you're going to do in creating a marking menu here, you already noticed that the hot box marking menu is already in here. I am desperately trying to change this for myself because I want to change a few things about the default marking menu. That's just me. You're going to hit create marking menu. And what you'll get right away is a bunch of boxes here. These boxes represent each of the quadrants: north, southwest, and east, northwest, southwest, and so forth. And you get a little box here. What we need for this to work, we need to bring up our shelf. So I'm going to go to Display, UI Elements. I'm going to click on Shelf, bring up my shelf here. And I'm going to go to my custom shelf. And I already have a few objects up here. I'm going to tell you how to add these objects. In order to add these objects, all you have to do is hold Control-Shift at the same time. Go to any menu. In this case, we're going to go to Create. I'm going to bring down some primitives. I'm going to say Sphere. Notice that the sphere just popped up. I'm going to say Cube, Cylinder, Cone, Plane, Torus, Prism. So we'll do that. I can do that for any function on the menu. Control-Shift, Mesh, Combine is my new one. I can say Control-Shift, Edit Mesh, Cut Faces Tool is my new one. Notice that they already come with an icon. That's by default. If it doesn't come with an icon, or if you create a script, it will look like this. You have to mouse over. It says User Defined Mail Command. Now that I have that, I'm going to go middle mouse. I'm going to drag this. You see how I have a plus here? I just grab that icon. I'm going to say that sphere is the top. The cube is going to be the south. Cylinder is going to be over here. Cone is going to be in my east. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to call this marking menu primitives. I can click here to test. I'm using left click. And you notice I say sphere is the top, cube. That works out. I'm going to say save it. It doesn't give you a function to say save. Down here it would, because I don't have my commands. I'm going to close this. And how you know that it's come up here, or it's been created, it says primitives. I named this primitives. It says primitives marking menu right there. I'll close this. This marking menu is not set. This is where people get lost. It says use marking menu in where. It has not been set. There's no setting. There's no way to activate this. So I'm going to say use this in the hotkey editor. Hotkey editor. This says now the marking menu will be available for editing in the hotkey editor. If you do not have your menu set, it says no settings here. It says where it should be. You have to have your menu set right here. I didn't save it. It says hotkey editor, say apply settings. This menu is ready to go. I'm going to minimize this. I'll go over here to Windows, Settings, Preferences. I'm going to bring up the hotkey editor. I'm going to go all the way down here to User Marking Menus. User Marking Menus. I click on that. You notice I have my menu, my marking menu that I just created. It says Primitives Press, Primitives Release. We're going to go ahead and select Primitives Press. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a quick marking menu. I'm going to use I don't want to overwrite some of my most important commands here, so I'm going to use something that I never use. Control, I think that could be something. Well, let's find out. Control B. If you want to know if there's something assigned to this command already, just hit query. It says Control B is assigned to the template brush settings from Paint Effects. I don't use Paint Effects, so I'm going to go ahead for this purposes. Excuse me. You can go ahead. Actually, I'm going to say Control V because I don't use paste. It says paste selected from edit. I don't use paste. I'm not an animator. So I'm going to go ahead and assign this. It's going to ask me to overwrite it. I say yes. That's fine. I can always default back to it if I ever decide to become an animator. I'm going to hold Control V and hit left click. Notice I just created a marking menu. Now it comes up. Test it. It works. Control V. I'm just going to go right in here. Cone. Look at that. Now I have my own custom marking menu. Now I'm just showing you guys this based off of the just using primitives. Where it really gets helpful if you get to a studio and they have custom scripts and they're all on here. You don't have to be that person that always clicks, or goes through their custom scripts or custom scripts that you might find on the internet. You can have your own custom scripts with it built in a marking menu to make yourself faster, especially if it becomes a part of your phase where you have to do a lot of that function. Say it's rendering, rigging, light setup, things like that. Like I don't have a light marking menu. I have to go to create lights. You know, I can make that much more efficient for myself. Lighting can be a lot more easier. My lighting pass. So I'll stop this video and now we're going to do this all together.